Hello everybody! In today's video we're going to be covering how to build a looting based gold farm. This farm is based off of Ilmango's original design, updated for the current version of course, and I got some help from Borkon in his video on how to handle items in the nether. Links to those videos will be down in the description below. A few things of note before we get started. This farm requires the player to kill the zombie piglins, so you're going to want a macro or an auto clicker to do the job. The benefit to this, other than the potential of looting 3, is that this farm is very future-proof. Mojang considered the fact that angry zombie piglins dropping XP and loot, even with fall damage, is actually a bug, not a feature. So when they decide to patch this out, this farm is still going to work. This farm also needs to be built in the Nether Wastes biome. This is where zombie piglin love to spawn. And I'm going to show you how to build it on the nether roof, which yes is also technically a bug, but if you're crazy enough, you could of course make a nether perimeter and build it there. Alright, so a little demonstration on how this farm works. We're going to climb up into the kill chamber here, and first off, you're going to want to fill up your inventory with something. It could be anything, arrows, garbage, whatever you got. I got snowballs here, of course. And then we're going to want to anger the zombie piglins. So I'm going to toss a snowball here. Helps if I'm in survival mode. But yeah, with survival mode activated here, there we go. They're all getting angry. Perfect. So then we're going to step up here into the middle. I'm going to activate my auto attack here. Oh, and of course, don't forget to flip on the switch for the collection system. Items then accumulate in the kill chamber there, where they're periodically pushed down the chute by the pistons, where they're going to land into this cobweb, possibly clumping up into fewer entities. This will help the hoppers in your collection system later on. After the items fall out of the cobweb there, they're going to trip the system here, which will push them down the ice path and align them perfectly for your collection system. You could filter out whatever items you like. We're not going to bother with the swords and smelting them. That's just a lot more work than it's worth, in my opinion. So we're just going to be collecting nuggets and ingots and burning the rest. Of course, the storage system that we're going to be demonstrating in today's video can be expanded. You might even be able to get away with doing a smaller one. Your mileage may vary, but with this, we're just going to do 9 storage slots. Now, by my high IQ calculations and approximations, this farm should produce around 130 gold blocks per hour when on hard mode. Of course, your mileage may vary depending on if you're playing in a different difficulty or if you're on a server with other players, so keep that in mind. Also, I'm not sure at what rate you get XP, but in my tests, I went from 0 to around 60 in 5 minutes or so. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have a world download that'll demonstrate this farm for you, and also a schematic file if you're into using Lightmatica, down in the description down below. Alright, so you like the farm. How do you build the frickin' thing? Okay, now we're gonna go over the item list, and then of course then we're gonna get to the build. So, most importantly, and what you're gonna be getting a lot of, is magma blocks. 5,696 to be exact. Or 89 stacks, like you see on the screen here. Next up is going to be any slab of your choice. Has to be a slab, though. And you're going to get 2,330 of these, or 36 stacks plus 26, like you see on the screen here. And here's every other item that you're going to need. These guys up here, they could be of any type that you want, any kind of glass, any kind of block, stair, all that. Doesn't really matter. It's up to you. In fact, I encourage you to stylize. The soul sand here, this could be netherrack. You just need a block with fire on it. Campfires won't work though. You're gonna need 4 zombified piglin at some point, so therefore 4 name tags. And the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Take a screenshot if you need, and let's get on with the build. Alright, I guess I should have said also with the item list. You're probably going to want some scaffolding to get this done too, so I have 103 here, so that's technically all that's necessary, but just get 2 stacks. But so I'm going to lay down my 103 scaffolding here. Alright, up at the top of our 103 tall scaffolding tower, we're going to go off the side of this and build a 12 by 2 glass platform. It should look like this. Next, we're going to do an 11 tall glass tower, and then you can also place your ladders on the side of that. That's where they go. Up at the top of the glass tower here, we're going to turn this into a 7 by 2 platform where this ladder here is in the middle. Just like this. Then we're going to build up the platform around the ladder there. And then we're going to make a little hole here on the other side. Your whole platform should look something like this. The hole opposite of your ladder hole here, this furthest most block here, build up a little 3 wide glass platform. Then place 3 of your building blocks on the outside like so. Then we want to build up around the hole, and then now we're going to make a rim around our platform like so. Oh, and of course, you cannot forget your fancy, handy-dandy lever indicating that the machine is on. Just place it right here for now. Next, we're going to build up the glass wall 1 more block here by 2 on the outside of the hole, just like so. And then above the hole, on the top half there, place a slab. On top of the stone bricks we placed earlier, place pistons, regular pistons, facing inward, just like that. Then we can place bricks around these pistons, just like so. It should look like that. And then we're going to make a little bit more of a glass platform here. 1 by 5. Right at the right behind the pistons here, and then connect the corners like so. Should look like this. Okay, now that we got the basics of the killing chamber finished, I'm going to consider where the pistons are the front of the farm, just for orientation's sake. So facing the front of the farm, to the left, to the right, and to the rear, starting on the top of the rim, we're going to place 21 slabs on the bottom half. And then out the front, again, bottom half, we'll place 19. It should ultimately look like this. All right, so taking it from the outward point here on any one of your sides here, you're going to build this pattern. 4 slabs out. And then down 1. 4 slabs out, then down 1. 2 slabs, then down 1. 2 slabs, then down 1. 2 more slabs, then down 1. And then do a diagonal pattern here 3 times. We're going to do it on the opposite side here so the 2 sides connect. So again, 4 slabs. Down 1, 4 slabs, down 1, 2 slabs, down 1, 2 slabs, down 1, 2 more slabs, down 1, then just kind of connect the sides there. So it should ultimately look like this. And then using our glass rim here as a guide, we can also place slabs up here, and then you can just fill in the rest on the inside. So once it's filled in, of course, it looks like this. And again, bottom half slabs. That's That's very important. Make sure bottom half slabs. And do that for all 4 of your sides. Okay, now that you got your slab disc all put together, on the outside of the disc, in the middle, on each side, we're going to build out 8 magma blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should have a situation like this. Okay, then starting from the outward point of one of our magma block points here, we're going to build this pattern. 5 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then down 1. Then 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, then down 1. Then 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, then down 1. 2 blocks, then down 1. 2 blocks, then down 1. 2 blocks, then down 1. Then out 1 block, down 1 block 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be something like this. Now I'm going to do that on the other side here so that they link up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then down 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, down. 2 down. 1, 2 down. Then we could just kind of connect them like that. It should ultimately look like this. And then we can also just, fill into the slab disc here. Okay, with it all filled in, it should look like that. Now, yep, you guessed it. Do it on all the other sides. Okay, now that we got our first magma disc completed, we got to put the little platforms for our angry pigs. So in the middle corner here, so I guess you can count out the single jutting out points here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here's the middle. We're going to go out 3 blocks, and then you could just remove these guys. So we just want 1 block sitting out there by 3 blocks diagonally. And we want that on each of the 4 corners. Alrighty, we got our first layer here done. So now on to the next one. These layers are 2 blocks apart. So just place 2 blocks and then a third. That's the we need that to be magma blocks. So, and then just remove those 2 and do that in the middle on all 4 sides. Okay, now that we got the starting blocks to our second platform, let's connect them. So yeah, follow along with this pattern here. So off the side of one of these starter blocks here, we're going to do 1, 2, 3 blocks, then down 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more blocks, then down 1. 1, 2, 3 blocks, then down 1. 1 block, 1 down. 2 more blocks, then down 1. 1 block, 1 down. Then 2 blocks and 1 down. So something like that. Now we're going to do it again on this side here. So 1, 2, 3, then down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then down. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 1. 2 blocks, 1 down. 1 down, or 1 out, 1 down. 2 blocks, then down 1. And they should connect in the middle. So something like that. All right, so wild guess. Yes, do it on the other sides. Just in case you were wondering, no, these layers, they're not the same exact pattern. We're trying to optimally use the spawning space. So these platforms are slightly different from each other. So yes, you gotta follow along. But yeah, so connecting all the sides just like this, we should have our inner ring. Okay, so kind of following the same kind of pattern we've been doing, we're going to build out in the middle of our inner ring for the second layer, 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and do that on all 4 sides. All right, so second layer, We're doing the outward edge here. So follow along. We're going to do this pattern here. So 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, then down 1, 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1, 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, down 1, 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, down 1, 2 blocks, 1, 2, then down 1, 1 block, 1 down, 2 blocks, then down 1, then 1 block, 1 down. Do that 3 times. So you should look like this. And now let's do it again on the opposite side here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 1, down. 1 block, 1 down. 2 blocks, 1 down. Then these sides should connect together like that. Fill that quadrant in, and then, yep, do it again on all 4 sides. All right, second layer done here. So continuing off of that, find the middle. We're gonna go up 2 from the second platform there, then 1/3. You know, that's our 3rd platform there, and then out 1 more. Ooh, daring, I say, yes. Do that on all 4 sides. So here's the pattern for the inner ring of the 3rd layer. Starting off from that jutting out point, kind of hanging over. We're gonna go 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Down 1. 1, 2, 1 down. 1, 2, 1 down. 1, 1. 2 out, 1 down. Then 1, 1. We're going to do that again on the other side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1. 1, 2, 1 down. 2, 1 down. 1, 1, 2 down. So they'll connect like that. All right, you should have repeated that pattern to connect the inner ring there. So now we're going to go to the outer ring here. So we're going to go out 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'll be a total width of 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 blocks. So yeah, do that on all 4 sides. To complete the outer rim of the 3rd layer, follow this pattern. We're going to go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then down 1. 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then down 2 blocks. 1, 2, 1 down. 2 blocks. 1, 2, 1 down. 2 blocks. 1, 2, 1 down. 2 more blocks. 1, 2, 1 down. Then out 1, down 1. Do that 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so it should be like that. And let's do it again on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And these sides should just connect. Guess what I'm going to ask you to do? Fill it in. And then repeat that on all the other 3 sides. 3rd layer complete. Now bear with me here. We got yet 1 more layer to go. So to get that layer started, we're going to, of course, go up 2 blocks. Then number 3, that's where the 4th and final layer will go. And we're also going to go out 1 block. Do that on all 4 sides. Okay, we got our little starter nodes for the 4th layer. Now we're going to connect them all together. Follow this pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1. Okay. And again, on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, down 1. 1, 2, 3, down 1. 1, 2, 3, down 1. 1 block, 1 down. 2 blocks, 1 down. Then connect those together. Oh, connect the middle there. Do that for the other 3 sides. With that inner ring complete, we're going to now do the width of the platform. So, including that little nub there that we did, we're going to go out 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to make the platform a total of 8 blocks wide. 4th layer, we got our jutting out points there. Follow this pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 block down. 1, 2, 3. 1 block down. 1, 2, 3. 1 block down. 1, 2. 1. 1 block out. 1 down. 2 blocks. 1 down. And then 1, 1, 1. There we go. Do it on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then the sides just connect. Follow that pattern and then fill in the rest on all 4 sides. Now we got our 4th layer done. We got to do our final bottom half slab strips up top to defend from anything but zombie piglins from spawning. So let's get this started. We're going to start in the middle here, and we're going to go up 2 blocks. I'm using dirt just to signify that it's temporary blocks, right? So 2 blocks up, then bottom half slab. Of course, we can get rid of these. Then this strip is going to be 8 blocks long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Now, 2 blocks away from that, so 2 temporary blocks, we're going to start our next strip. This one is going to be 8 blocks long. Basically make it match. Now we're going to do 2 blocks from the end of this strip. Now we're going to do a 9 block long strip. Ooh. Now with the 9 block strip here, we're going to go 1 block in. So on that second slab there, 2 blocks away, we're going to do another 9 block long strip. Same kind of thing, 1 block in, 2 blocks away. Now we're going to do a 10 block strip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 block in from this strip, 2 blocks away, we're going to do an 11 block strip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, off of the end of the 11 block long strip, we're going to go 2 blocks in, so that 3rd slab, 2 temporary blocks, and then do another 11 block long strip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now 3 blocks in. So 1, 2, 3 blocks in, 2 temporary blocks, and now we're going to do a 5 block long strip. 2, 3, 4, 5. Your pattern should look like this. Now, when you follow the pattern on the other side, it's going to meet up in the middle here, and these strips share a corner. So just remember that. So each corner will end up looking something like this. So do that all the way around. Aha, all right, there we have it. All our layers down, and they're all protected. And if you do things right, only the zombie piglins should be spawning. No magma cubes, no ghasts, nothing like that. Just these guys. And now that you got spawning zombie piglins, it wouldn't be a bad time to get these guys in place. You just need to get your zombified piglins over here on the glass blocks that we placed earlier and put name tags on them. Alright, back into the center here, we're going to get the rest of our killing chamber prepared. So, trap doors, we're going to place 2 just like that. So, right in the middle there, kind of bending around the block there. Then we're going to place 2 on the outside and then flip them upwards. Okay, now we're just going to go trapdoor crazy. I'm going to place a temporary block on the outside of one of those flipped up trapdoors there. And we're going to place 4 trapdoors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right on top of each other. And then you're just going to flip them down. And then we're just doing that 3 across, just like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip them all open. Remove these blocks. Now you should have a trapdoor wall just like that. Okay, and then with glass blocks, we're going to build up kind of our funnel here along the outside of the trapdoors. So just go up as high as the trapdoors here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks tall. Now we need to place stairs, so I'm just going to place these guys in here on the bottom layer here. 5 across. Go up 1 layer and place 3 more, just like that. Okay, to build up the rest of the killing chamber here, we're going to take our slabs and we're going to put 2 on the outside blocks, just like that. And then now we just need to do kind of a... at the same level here, a ring all the way around here. So kind of using these as temporary blocks as well. We're going to go strip a 3 over 1, 1 over 1 again, and then strip a 3 over 1, just kind of following the outside of our pit here. You can kind of see the pattern already, just like so. Should look like that. My mistake. We also need these 2 corners here. It is crucial. Okay, now that we got our rim of bottom half slabs there, we're going to place glass on top of these, just like this, 3 blocks up. All the way around. Oh, now that all the walls are up, also don't forget to fill in back behind, underneath those stairs there. I'm using glass blocks, but I guess you could use whatever you'd like. Alright, now that the killing chamber is complete, now it's time to get all the rest of the redstone in. So, going 5 ladders up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then off the side here, we're going to place a building block. You can put a lantern on top of that, and then a tripwire hook off the side. We're going to then place a temporary block, actually let's do 2, and then we're going to place another building block with the lantern on top. You can remove those 2 temporary blocks there. And then on the inside of that block, we're going to have these 2 tripwire hooks facing each other, and you might as well just put in a string. Okay, so from underneath, right underneath that string, we're going to place our blue ice, and then we're going to make that 2 wide. So 1 underneath the string, and then 1 off to the left here. And then on the ends of the blue ice, place your furnace. And then that 1 singular glowstone from the item list goes right here. This could be a shroom light if you really wanted it to be. And then off the side of this furnace jutting out with the glowstone next to it, we're going to do 13 more blocks there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This blue ice path is where all your item storage is going to go. So this one can go longer or shorter depending on your needs. But either way, let's cover the top of these with buttons. Any button will do. And at the end of our ice path, we will put fire. over back by the trip hook here, we're going to put a chest down on top of the glowstone. Doesn't matter which way it's facing. And then not the block underneath the string, but the one just above it. We're going to go 2 blocks over. Remove that, that's temporary. Then we're going to need a repeater here. Place a sticky piston facing more towards the furnace here, but touching the repeater, just like that. And then put a slime block right in front of it. Oh, and don't forget that repeater, 2 ticks. So, click it once. All right, over by the other furnace here, we're going to place 2 temporary blocks and then have a sticky piston pointing towards the furnace here. And then you can place a slime block right in front of that. Remove the temporary blocks, of course. All right, so back behind the sticky piston we just placed, we're going to place a building block here. Now we're going to go temporary block and then permanent block right next to it. Place 2 more blocks like so, and then we're going to go up 1 block right there. You should have a pattern something like this. Now get some repeaters here. We're going to have a repeater pointing into the block behind the sticky piston. 2 ticks. We're going to place a repeater pointing into the block away from the sticky piston. Also 2 ticks. And then place a piece of redstone dust. Also, don't forget a lantern right there. All in all, it should look something like this. Okay, now on the other side of the sticky piston, we're going to go out 1 block just underneath right there. And then we're going to go up 1 block right there. Okay, you should have a pattern kind of like that. And now we're going to place 2 pieces of redstone dust just like that, going up those 2 blocks, and then a redstone torch. And yeah, this is going off, but trust me, it'll it'll stop after a while. You'll see. Okay, so now we're going to place 1 glass block right above the sticky piston that is going off like nonsense. Then a repeater pointing away from the slime block with 2 ticks. And then now place a block that repeater is now pointing into. From that block, we're going to make a 3 block long platform, 2 wide, just like so. Now at this point, you can put a redstone torch right here, and that will shut this whole thing up. See, I told you. All right. And then now you can place 3 redstone dust just like that. And now you're going to need 2 comparators. It doesn't matter which way they face, but they need to be facing opposite directions of each other, so that it forms a cycle just like that. Okay, so now that that's all finished, right above our sticky piston there, right next to the repeater, we're going to place a observer facing outward. So not that way. So his face is out towards the ice road, just like that. And then you're going to place 1 string right in front of its face. Now above, right underneath, we should have like a glass funnel here. 2 blocks away, so just right underneath the hole there. That's where your cobweb needs to go. Right up here by our redstone lamp torch thing, we're going to leave a 1 space gap and then place a building block just like that. And then now we need to step down 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can remove those blocks, of course, just like that. And then at the bottom here, we're going to make sure this is 7 blocks long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can lay down redstone dust on top of this as well. At the end of the 7 block long redstone strip there, we're going to build 3 blocks over to the left here, and then one block going up right at the end. Place a repeater pointing into that block, and then connect all of that with redstone dust. Okay, now that we've gotten this far here, you're going to place one temporary block underneath here and go over one, just one down, right? Just like that. And then you're going to have a comparator pointing into this block here. Also, place a redstone dust on top. Now from here, we're going to have to go out 2 blocks, so just 2 temporary blocks here, and then place a for real permanent building block. And then we're kind of mirroring what we're doing on the other side. So comparator pointing outward with a block pointing into another block with a piece of redstone dust on top. Now from here, we're going to need 2 sticky pistons pointing towards the center of our apparatus here, right next to the redstone dust on top of the comparators. Your one sticky piston will extend because it's being powered. And then right in the middle between those two, you can place a redstone block. Now here at the same level as the comparators, we're needing 2 hoppers, but specifically pointing into each other. So make sure their tail ends are pointing towards each other just like this. Then once they're like this, you're going to want to put 16 items in one of the hoppers there. Now from here, we're going to have an observer pointing towards the sticky piston that's extended, and then its butt end is pointing towards inward towards the farm here. Now behind the observer, we're going to have a 5 block long strip of building blocks. And then from here, what we're going to do is step up like a trident here, 2 blocks. So 2 steps at the ends here, and then 1 in the middle. And then you can kind of see what we're doing here. Connect those steps up to the stone, or the building blocks rather, that are across from them. You should have something that looks like this. Now you're going to get out repeaters and place them at the ends here. 2 ticks for our 2 outside steps here. And then in the middle, 1 repeater at 4 ticks, and then another repeater at 2. And then the rest of this can get filled in with redstone dust. Oh, and then do not forget to give your observers lantern hats. They will appreciate them, and so will you. Okay, so now that is pretty much all your redstone done, except for your item collection / item filters. So we're going to start 5 blocks in on the button portion of the ice road here. So on the 5th block, right next to it, we're going to have a downward pointing hopper, pointing into a hopper going off to underneath the ice road, into a hopper pointing down into a chest, and then underneath that hopper pointing into the same chest. So we're essentially having 2 hoppers speed at all times. Then off the back here, 3 blocks, and then do kind of our plus sign here. This is a pretty standard storage slice here. You've probably seen this many, many times. We're just going to repeat this slice 9 times. Okay, so here's the simplified version of the storage slice here. So we're going to need 4 hoppers here, and in this kind of arrangement, all pointing into one chest. So, and then the topmost hopper needs to be aligned right next to the ice road that we placed before with the buttons on top. Then out behind here, we're going to have our item filtration by, Impulse SV. And then off of this chest, really, we can place as many boxes as we want, but 2 is just fine. Now here's the most important part of the filtration system. Technically we're running like 2 filters here. So what we're gonna do is in this middlemost hopper here, we're gonna place some items, just like something that isn't going through the farm here. And then you can just put a stack of nuggets there. And then on the hopper above it, we just need more items, but not the same one as before. So like anything here. And then adding in more nuggets. As you can see there, it should drain down to about 40. Sometimes it goes to 42. Just depends on what it wants to do. 64 items will always stay in this hopper there. And then all the rest of the items will flow down to the bottom. Now just repeat that slice 9 more times, or as many times as you want. And there you have it, everybody. If you follow the steps closely and carefully, you should have a fully functioning gold farm. Now you just gotta head up into your killing chamber, flick the switch, inflict damage on the locals, and have yourselves a wonderful time. Alrighty. Well, I hope this farm was helpful to you. If you build it in your world and it works out pretty well, hey, I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments. And until next time, I'll talk to you all later. Alrighty. Bye-bye.